government world leaders mourn 290 dead in Indian plane crash. President Tinubu grants posthumous pardon to Ken Saro-Wiwa, 8 other Ogoni leaders. From the African scene, China ready to drop all tariff on African imports. From the foreign scene, use of National Guard in Los Angeles protest declared illegal by United States courts. In business, Nigeria oil output drops to 1.65 million per day, raising concern. In entertainment, Very Dark Man drags Davido, Burna Boy, Wizkid for fronting multi-billion naira cars and amid hardship. And in sport, Iheanacho eyes second season revival with Sevilla. Now in the news and details, I am Richard Ekpo. Let's begin with reports that President Bola Tinubu has joined world leaders, including King Charles III and Queen Camilla, in condoling with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi over the tragedy. Tinubu expressed deep sorrow over the incident and offered prayers for the families of the victims, the injured, and the entire Indian nation. The crash has also claimed the lives of residents of the crown, with reports indicating that 50 to 60 medical students were taken to the hospital and at least 2 are in critical condition. The cause of the crash is still unknown, but authorities have promised a full investigation. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has granted a posthumous pardon to Ken Saro-Wiwa and 8 other Ogoni activists who were executed by the Abacha military regime on November 10, 1995. The president also conferred national honors on the 9 men, with Saro-Wiwa receiving the Commander of the Order of the Niger, CON, and the others receiving the Officer of the Order of the Niger, OON. The pardon and national honors have been hailed by Niger Delta leaders, who described the gesture as a major step towards healing and reconciliation. From the African scene, China has announced its readiness to drop tariffs on imports from all 53 African countries with which it has diplomatic relations. This move revealed at the China-Africa Cooperation meeting comes as Africa faces potential increased tariffs on U.S. imports. The U.S. has also imposed high tariffs on imports from several African countries, including Lesotho, South Africa, and Nigeria. Implementation of these tariffs has been paused until next month. The move is seen as a significant boost to Africa-China trade relations. And on the foreign scene, a U.S. court has ruled that President Donald Trump's decision to deploy the National Guard to Los Angeles amid protests over immigration raid was illegal. The ruling by U.S. District Judge Charles Breyer orders Trump to return control of the California National Guard to the state's governor, Gavin Newsom. The Trump administration has slammed the ruling, calling it an extraordinary intrusion on presidential powers. The Department of Justice has filed an emergency appeal, which was granted by higher courts, staying Breyer's order until June 17. This means Trump will maintain control of the National Guard in California during planned protests on Saturday. Protests against Trump's immigration policies have spread across the U.S. despite a military-backed enforcement in Los Angeles. The Trump administration has slammed the ruling, calling it an unusual intervention of presidential power. The controversy comes as Trump faces growing backlash over his immigration policies, including the use of masked armed agents and ununiformed soldiers. Meanwhile, Israel launched strike across Iran on Friday, saying they targeted the heart of Iran's nuclear program. The strikes killed Hossein Salami, chief of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard, a powerful branch of the country's armed forces, other senior military figures, and nuclear scientists. Iran's state media has reported civilians, including children, were also among those killed. The Israeli ministry says Iran launched about 100 drones towards Israel on Friday morning, with Israeli media reporting all the drones were intercepted. A state of emergency was declared in Israel. The U.S. said it was not involved in the strikes, and multiple strikes were reported, including on Iran's main nuclear enrichment facility. If you're just joining us, you're listening to the World News on Honor 103.5 FM. And don't forget to follow us on our social media handles at Honor 103.5 FM. You can also listen to us live on Radio Garden at Honor FM Ibadan. We'll be back after this break for business, entertainment, and sports. Stay tuned.